God bless you again. Global Christian Friend, chapter 6 and verse 28. Matthew. And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And we say how many florists around the world understand this, have seen it. Verse 29, though, says, And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Now, if you have read Solomon and his glory and his history, his wisdom, his knowledge, 300 proverbs, 3,000 proverbs, peacocks up and down the middle of the table, carrying food on little gold buggies and golden goblets, a throne of ivory, having two lions on each side, living lion, mind you, of the throne, going up to where he is seated, where that throne is overlaid, that ivory throne that's overlaid with gold. And look at what he himself said about himself. I built me gardens. I had men servants. I had women servants. I had gardens of nuts. I had aloes. I had everything. Anything my eye wanted, I had. I did not keep my eyes back from anything that I wanted. And this, if I wanted it, I got it. What if I wanted it? I got it. I got gold. You know, read it for yourself. You can read it in Ecclesiastes, and you can read what he himself says further. Look into even the Song of Songs and understand how that is that. But it says here in verse 29, I say unto you, that even Solomon in all of his glory was not arrayed like one of these lilies. Think about that statement. That's just the way God do things. So that there is always a greater glory to show you and reveal the worth of your own personal glory. And in this case, it basically means nothing. I'll give an example. On one occasion, God said, the nations of the world to me are considered as nothing, not even a drop in a bucket. What does it mean by that? Take a syringe and dip it into the glass and fill a bucket full of water and drop that one droplet of water into that bucket of water and take the whole bucket and put the bucket into the ocean. Where's that drop of water? So he said they're not even considered as the dust on the scale, which means wipe your finger across the surface somewhere and sprinkle it on your bathroom scales to find out how much it would weigh, that dust particles, to find out how much it would weigh. But in verse 30, wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, in this case, the field is the world. I don't care what part of the world you're in, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven. Shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Now, think about that statement And look what God does, and look how he does it in consistency. Grass today, the fields are green with grass, and actually, he could make the fields parched simply by bringing the sun close enough to parch the fields. But he has a process, and that process is that today they are in the field, and tomorrow they are in the oven. And he asked the question, shall he not much more clothe you, ye, O ye of little faith? You're much more than the fowls of the air. You're so much better than they are, and you're much more than the grass of the field. And they're not being taught this by those leaders that lead and guide and teach them. This is why they're clamoring. They are listening to what's coming out of Jesus' mouth as he speaks directly to these great multitudes. Are you not much more than they? But he said, O ye of little faith, little faith, little faith, little faith. I don't understand little faith. I don't want to understand little faith. You should not want to understand little faith, because little faith means almost no work or no belief at all. And faith without works are dead. If you got little faith, you got little work. All right? Much faith, much work. Of course, now mind you, there's a time that you don't need faith at all. When you reach that point, you don't need faith at all. Now, verse 31. Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? Why? Why? Verse 32. For after all these things do the Gentiles seek for. And watch this. Your heavenly Father knoweth. We gave you a word to that yesterday. But he said, your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of how many of these things? All these things. Think about that. He knows that you have need of all these things. He made you. Therefore, he knows your needs. And I don't understand why nobody can understand God, and why they don't want to retain God in their knowledge, and why they look at everything but bringing him into everything he has done. There's nothing out there that God has not done already in the first place. Everything he has done. He made the stars, he made the sun, he made the moon, he made the earth, he made the sky, he made men, he made the earth to be inhabited. All of these things. And we're going to go further into this as we begin our next course. God bless you, global Christian friends.